Hi to you. I have decided to record this video in one of the darkest ever periods in Russia's history. My personal reason for that is that my analytical heart aches seeing how the vast majority of people in Russia are against the war, yet all they hear around themselves from their friends and family is that seemingly they form their opinions about the current Putin's war in Ukraine on false information. And that goes far beyond Putin's propaganda TV audience. A few words about myself. I'm a specialist on big data, statistics and machine learning. My job is to analyze user behavior in computer games. For the last 9 years, I have been observing literally from within, seeing real data on how a statistically average human being forms his or her opinions and beliefs. In addition to that, my educational background lies in behavioral economics and neuropsychology. Let me begin. Probably due to protests around 2012 in Russia that were driven by the internet, Putin decided to counter that by unraveling his own army of, let's call them scientifically, cybermonkeys. It was happening before in the form of internet trolls worldwide, but obviously the events of the year 2012 in Russia clearly showed that Putin has to move propaganda technology from the monopolized TV and radio onto the internet. Please rest assured, Putin employs some clearly thinking minds. In essence, they employ the same types of analysts as myself. On the Russian internet, there has been spreading a very misleading and very harmful fallacy that Putin lost his war against the internet. The reality proves the very contrary, that in fact he has been winning it ever since around 2012 in Russia and the whole world, acting silently in the shadows. Neither Russia's opposition nor the Western IT giants even noticed that. If you don't feel like taking my word for that, please refer to the Mueller report on Russian interference in the 2016 presidential elections in the United States. The link is attached in the video description below. Now, the foundation of Putin's very simple yet very effective strategy on social media lies in deploying cybermonkeys that spread information. These cybermonkeys played the very same soldier role in Putin's hands as those who are currently sacrificing their lives for pennies in his war against Ukrainian people. But these cybermonkeys are real people from small cities and villages in Russia with a computer, ordinary internet connection and a salary of about 200 to 300 euros per month. Some of them are working from their homes, some of them are based in centralized facilities like quite famous Prigozhin trolls. But let me be more specific. On the screen, you see a YouTube page from an account that I have just created specifically for this test to showcase how statistics and YouTube's own algorithms work to promote propaganda. You can take my word for that the algorithms of other platforms like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram work in the very same fashion. As you can see by yourself, this video is of an extremely poor quality produced by 2-3 persons in a living room in a couple of hours. The level of this information content is that of a drunken Vasya broadcasting on a village radio station. But I caution you that it is of zero importance here. What's important here, though, are the following 2 observations. Firstly, this piece of content represents the same narrative as Putin's mass media in Russia and official declarations of his office and his other subordinates, including ambassadors in the West. Facts in the video are of zero importance. Visual elements play zero role here. Speech quality is of zero importance as well. All of this content is tuned for the YouTube algorithms themselves. And through that, they're aiming to facilitate the algorithms to spread this piece of content to reach as wide an audience on YouTube as possible. The most important message they're carrying is to plant a seed of an idea into the viewer's mind that the topic they're mentioning is not as clear-cut. This technique comes straight from neuropsychology. The exact narratives change slightly over time and are directed at current information trends. The key definitions from the neuropsychology and behavioral economics that will help you look up why this is important are bounded rationalities, limited cognitive ability, availability bias, anchoring biases, reference dependence, and contrast effect, among others. The second key factor is that this piece of content has to be heated up to be picked up by YouTube's algorithms and recommended to as many users as possible. And this is where the army of cybermonkeys is deployed. My expert upper bound estimate lies somewhere between 50 and 70,000 of those. Their mechanical work lies in a large number of tiny actions possible on the social media platform. I want to stress the keyword here, heating up. They are heating up the content in order to convince the algorithm to recommend the video to as many users as possible. I want to repeat that I have only just opened this account on YouTube. YouTube's algorithms did not have a chance to measure my preferences by my own actions on the platform. In a way, what you're seeing here is what YouTube recommends to a statistically average Russian in a vacuum. All I did was to enter this link into my browser and pause the propaganda video in a newly opened account with the location set to Russia. Now see it for yourself that this scruffy video boasts 1 million views and 70,000 likes in just one day. I stress it again, just one day. If I count the proportion of likes to views, I will get around 7%. My experience and observations tell me that the most viral videos where views are not specifically motivated gain 2 to 3%. 5% of likes to views is something extraordinary already. If you don't want to take my word for that, please check it on your own YouTube and perform basic calculations. Another example is, go to any YouTube channel of Navalny's team. They're explicitly motivating users to like and share their videos. They understand the foundation of social media. At the moment, they're reaching up to 10 to 15% of likes to views. But they're a minority of quality, truthful content on YouTube. Even TV Rain and Radio Echo were destroyed by Putin offline in a week after he started the war in Ukraine, but had very similar statistics while still online, since they were the minority of truthful, quality content producers on YouTube, and a good share of their active audience were trained to act in the time of war between truth and propaganda in Russia. Yet, right now, I'm talking about a much larger problem that even they could not have imagined. They have not realized it yet, since they have probably never gathered statistics on propaganda videos, and were only recruiting their own minority audience on YouTube to promote their own videos. I would dare call them out for living in their own information bubble. Now, let's have a look at the channel of this propaganda no one, whose name was never heard in Russia in any political discussion. He already has 350,000 subscribers, which is still just 30% of his video views. I would reckon that just 2 weeks ago he had a mere 30 to 40,000 at most, all fake. If I open his page, then I can see whatever trash he produced was viewed at most 10,000 times. Side note, yes, I did sacrifice my own mental health for the common good and did watch some of those videos. Now, what do I see here? Exactly on February 24th, his content views skyrocketed to over 1 million per video. I'm stressing at this point here that there is literally zero semantics, zero meaning in his videos. There are no guests, there are no exclusive news or ideas, literally not a single thing. Scruffy screen of an uninterestingly talking head reading a quickly cooked up script. How that works in simple steps. Step 1. The video is swiftly chunked together in a matter of hours. Step 2. The link is distributed centralized to the cybermonkey army. Step 3. Firstly, a cybermonkey has to like the video. Secondly, a cybermonkey sets the video on silent autoplay, probably in a specified playlist of similar propaganda videos, for at least 30 seconds. For your information, the YouTube view counter requires a video to be played for at least 30 seconds. Thirdly, they are copy-pasting comments from a pool of automatically generated comments using something similar to GPT-3, or simply from a pool of, say, 1,000 human-written comments targeting keywords at YouTube algorithms. You can spot several peculiarities here. 1. The comments are of quite similar length. It is as if there is a stochastic Gaussian process behind the number of characters in the comment. 2. If you can read Russian, you can clearly see that the sentiment of all these messages is extremely positive. 3. Again, if you can read Russian, you can see that the semantics or meanings of these messages is literally zero. Let me give you an example of what they sound like in English. This author is a very good author producing very good content. Or, thank you, Michael, for the objective analytics. Or, what you're saying is totally correct. Or, beautiful background, good words and clever analytics. This is what makes a good streamer. Please continue. Or, please continue saying what you're saying and God bless Russia. Or, I understand what you were saying and shared it with all my friends. Or, I read the comments and there are so many people, nations, united by the same ideas and worldviews. We will win. Or, the other side is encouraging wrongful perception of the situation, but you have so precisely explained everything. For all of this to be real users, there is a scientific, statistical term, zero chance. Now step 4. The cybermonkey has to log into another account and repeat the first 3 steps. Simply hand labor. I will stress it again. Simply hand labor. At this moment, YouTube has neither aspiration, nor capacity, nor understanding how to ban real people automatically. The problem has not even been theoretically solved in the scientific machine learning community. And those 50 to 70,000 of cybermonkeys are real people. Now, the most important fact here. Algorithms of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok are not built to distinguish between meanings. They have no idea what a piece of truth or a piece of lie are. Machine learning algorithms do not operate on the space of truths and lies. They only serve to estimate interest to a unit of content measured by a number of pure technical indicators or actions: views, likes, comments, likes of other comments, comment sentiment, visits of the content from external sources, number of reports of accounts and channels. I will even dare say that YouTube's hiding of dislikes is a pure propaganda technique, even though done by YouTube's product team in good faith. Putin applauds. Data analysts of YouTube's are simply, "You're welcome to finish the phrase yourself," using Lavrov's famous expression. What does this mean for the information space the general population in Russia has access to at every single moment in time? Or in simple terms, who in Russia will see what? Now, take a closer look. This is a clean account. I have not watched any YouTube videos from it. The video on the screen is the only one I have opened on this account. On the right-hand side, you can see what videos YouTube algorithm is offering me to watch. 3 live streams, okay. Well, one of them is RBC, which is light propaganda owned by Putin's oligarchs. Let's check further. Politika Сегодня, Yuri Podolyaka, Politicheskая Россия, Телеканал Oplot TV, and all other propaganda rubbish. Now, do you see what 90% of Russians are seeing inside their own personalized YouTube? They have to be politically savvy and quite educated to make all the effort not to see that content and actually actively search for the fact-checked quality videos. You might ask me at this point, why are you saying 90% of Russians? The answer is very simple. YouTube does not offer you just one video to watch. It offers you 10 to 15 videos to watch. Statistically speaking, 90% of Russians will see at least one of the propaganda content, especially if they haven't been binge-watching truthful channels like TV Rain, Navalny, Настоящее Время, Radio Echo, and other independent political journalists. In essence, I am talking here about you, propaganda tube. Do I sound somewhat abstract? Well, let me do a quick and dirty arithmetic example. On one side, we have 50,000 Putin cybermonkeys. On the other side, we have, say, 2 million active Russians with independent political views. It is less than 2% of the Russia's internet users. You might ask me, where did you take the estimate of 50,000 cybermonkeys? It is quite simple, really. Even most viral scruffy propaganda videos get 50 to 70,000 likes. With one account per cybermonkey, this is the upper bound of Putin's cybermonkey army head count. Further, I'm estimating the number of actions a cybermonkey can perform per working day. And I also do the same for the Russian citizens per day using personal observations of my friends and family. Now, we simply add all those actions together and multiply by the size of the respective group. The difference is more than threefold. This means that, other things equal, the scruffy content promoted by cybermonkeys will have as much as 3 times more visibility on YouTube than the truthful content promoted by politically savvy Russians. I'm even leaving out any synergy effects of interconnected videos they heat up. If you add to that the main message of Putin's propaganda lies in encouraging doubts that things are not the way they look, this is a massive one-way win. And yes, YouTube is performing the role of a Putin's propaganda postman into every Russian's home, or rather every Russian's mind. Now, what can literally every one of us do? Bad news is that YouTube itself won't be able to do anything at the moment. Most engineers and analysts that created all of this do not fully comprehend the extent of their own deeds done in a good faith. They have not even noticed adversarial attacks that Putin's cyber army waged on their algorithms, and hence they have not been aware of the systemic failure of the information distribution on their platform it had led to. But the good news is that there are us. Our task lies in mending the situation and consists in forcing the gears of algorithms' role to promote truth and ban propaganda content. Please bear in mind, algorithms understand only the number of actions by a user. They cannot differentiate between truths and lies. This has to become our job. Now, the actual action plan. Step 1. Brush off your own pride. Unite by the idea of promoting truth and become a cyber monkey for truth. We outnumber them by the overwhelming majority. In Russia alone, 2 million against 50,000 of Putin's cyber monkeys. Step 2. Set yourself a daily goal, 100, 200, 500 likes of truthful, reputable content a day. One comment to every single one of the truthful content you encounter. Be it Navalny, Ukrainian news channels, independent Russian journalists you're watching and stumble upon, especially in YouTube recommendations. You can literally use the very same strategy as Putin's cyber monkeys and copy-paste the same general comment with a positive sentiment over and over again. Like 5 to 10 of any, I repeat absolutely any comment under a truthful video. Algorithm does not understand the meaning of the comments, only their sentiment and the number of actions. Set every video to muted and let it play in the background. Remember that at least 30 seconds of a video play are counted as one view. Organize those videos in a playlist and let them run muted on repeat. Bear in mind that a playlist automatically stops after 4 hours of inactivity. Ask your friends to do the same. Create and share playlists of videos. Organize yourselves to do it together. We simply outnumber them in the headcount by such an overwhelming majority. Step 3. Do boring things. Like each other comments on social media. YouTube and Instagram are not blocked yet. Post the same comment under every new video. It's like brushing your teeth. Bear in mind that Putin's cyber monkey army is doing that for money during working hours, day after day. Step 4. Visit propaganda videos, pause them right away not to increase their views count, and report them. This is done easily. I will show you here. You see 3 dots here? Now, report. Now pick the category, send. Check all similar propaganda videos that YouTube is recommending you and do the same thing. Do it with 10 videos or better until you get physically tired. Do the same with comments of Putin's cyber monkeys, reporting them as spam or any other category really. Check YouTube reporting recommendations if needed. I will leave the link in the description below. Step 5. Do not expect the situation to change right away. 1-2 days is quite a short period of time for the information to spread and for the algorithms to adjust their recommendations. Do not be discouraged if you do not see the immediate effect of your actions. It can only be seen from within YouTube, but also with quite some analytical effort. Step 6. Remember that the most important war battle is unfolding on YouTube at this very moment. Putin knows that. YouTube is not blocked in Russia yet for the reason that it's the #1 information platform in Russia with 80 million unique users. Putin does not want to make them angry, but I have just explained to you how you personally can contribute to making them angry against Putin's will. And at the end of this video, let's repeat what I have just laid out. Like this video, comment, like all the comments you can like, share, and play the video for at least 30 seconds once again. That's the way we win.